Do you find it difficult to paint these tiny figures in your watercolors? You know that these figures are very important in watercolor landscapes and streetscapes, but you are finding it difficult to paint it. Let us practice it. Hi friends, I am Vanidas Mangatil and let us learn watercolors together. I am using a cold pressed watercolor paper 300 GSM and using a single color, a bright color cobalt green and a round synthetic brush. I am just dabbing some shapes on the paper. These shapes, I am taking these shapes as the upper body of the figures. Okay, so we are trying to define a lot of tiny figures by making these dabs as upper body. So some of these dabs I have made it as smaller and some of these I have made it as slightly bigger, so that we get a group of figures, people at different distance, so that we can also practice some amount of the perspective when it comes to a group of people. So I think we have quite number of dabs now, quite number of figures, and now let us try to visualize some action in this, and to suggest those action let us also dab some lower body portion. Okay, so here I am just using the same round brush and Paynes gray color, darker color, to suggest the lower body part, mainly the hip area, and then I will be suggesting the legs and the other body parts to finish it off. Now we have the upper body and the hip. Maybe we can now add the suggestions for the head. Okay, see, when you make the heads, you can imagine, try to visualize these dabs as some figures. You can see some figures already in action, except it doesn't have the legs probably, but you can still imagine what they are doing. Try to imagine. Initially you may find it difficult, but if you do it over a period of time, you can imagine, and then you suggest the heads accordingly, depending upon what is the body movement of these figures. Accordingly you can suggest some black touches for the top of the hair, top of the head. Okay, now we have the figures are maybe some 60% ready. The leg movements are very important. According to whatever you feel, whatever you visualize the figure as, you add the lower portion. Now this figure, the first figure, I think he is riding a scooter, so I suggested it that way. This figure is probably standing or walking. Maybe he is riding a bicycle, so I am just suggesting some leg movement and the wheels of the bicycle. And this is a bigger figure, so let us make his leg movement accordingly. So he is closer to us. And this guy, again, probably he is riding a bicycle, so we are suggesting some wheels, and then we are also adding some leg movement. Okay, some handlebars also. I think we are getting reasonably good suggestion for some of these. So if you are finding some dabs that some shapes you are not getting any idea of, you can leave it. It is not mandatory that you have to fill in all the dabs. You have to convert all the dabs into figures. It is an exercise to play with your imagination and your visualization skills. Okay, so whatever you can do, you do it, and as you proceed with this exercise, as you repeat it again and again, I think you will start getting more and more better with this visualization and imagination skills. Okay, now I think we are pretty much done. Nothing is precise. We are not looking for precision. Okay, what we are looking for is just a suggestion. If you are liking this video, please do subscribe and press the bell notification, and if you have any questions or suggestions, please do write them into the comment box below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And please don't forget to share this video to your artist friends, so that they can also take benefit. Now this figure is the main figure. He is coming towards us. He is walking with some urgency. He is walking quickly, briskly, and this guy is probably riding the bicycle, and a little some hands is seen, and yeah, this guy seems to be a little taller to the rest, taller in comparison with the rest of the figure. That's okay. it doesn't really matter. Some people, some figure could be taller. Okay. For the skin tone, I am using orange color directly picked from the tube. So I have used Camel Artist Watercolors, an Indian brand. You can use any artist quality watercolors that you have with you. And the brush that I have used is a round synthetic brush, and I think it is from a brand called Stationery, which is again an Indian brand. So some of the tail lamps I have suggested with this orange color, and whichever figures are facing us, I am suggesting the face and with the skin tone. Okay, right. So I think I am pretty much done. If some figures are left untouched, or if some figures, if you're finding some figures as not very convincing, you can leave it. Okay, if you're making say 15 figure, 20 figures, out of that, if even 10 figures are not looking good, I think that is still good. That means you are able to paint 10 figures. Okay, don't worry, even if you are able to paint only 3 convincing figure, it's a progress. Okay, so if you keep practicing it, you will make more and more progress, and you will get better with it. Okay, now this is an array of figures. Some are going that side, some are coming this side, and some are riding bicycles, some are walking. Okay, now I am adding some sort of a highlight for some of these. Okay, not all of these, particularly those figures who are going that side, or those who are riding a bicycle, because I wanted to suggest some handlebar and some of the front wheel. I want to make it little clear. Okay, yeah, some suggestion of highlight for the handlebar. So this should be done little carefully. If you are not able to do that, don't worry, ignore it. Okay, all these things are some final touch-ups. This doesn't matter too much. I think we are pretty much done with the figures, and if you want, you can paint some maybe shadows. So I am using some little bit of orange and Paynes gray color, little bit of a darker, warmer color, and I am sorry, it is not captured in the camera, but it is a mix of Paynes gray and little bit of orange. Okay. And some suggestion for the shadows. Okay, I think the shadow, when little dark, I would have preferred slightly lighter, but now that we have made some shadows, I wanted to make all the shadows to have some level of consistency. Okay, see, the direction of the shadows should be consistent with the assumed direction of light. The direction of light is assumed as from top left. I think the shadows are done. I think we are pretty much done. Maybe I'm just thinking to splash some colors on the road, on the ground. Okay, just splashing some colors so that they are I mean, there is a feeling of some ground. That's it. Okay, it's little muddy color, some sort of burnt sienna, Paynes gray. I have added some blue color also. Please don't worry about the precise colors. It is just some darker tones to suggest some ground. That's it. Okay, I think we are pretty much done, and the ground looks little too much dark to me. Let me splatter some water and make it little light. Okay, the shadow colors aren't dry yet, so it is getting little spread. I think if you are following along, you can skip this step. Okay, I have just started it, so I will finish it. But if you are following along, don't worry about the ground painting. You can stop at the shadow portion, wherever you have made the shadows. Okay, I think that's it. I don't want to make it too much. I'm just lifting off some of the darkness with the tissue paper, and we can stop it. I think that this video was informative to you. If you found it informative, please let me know in your comments. Please, your feedback will be an encouragement for me to create more videos, and please share it to your artist friends. And finally, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and press the bell notification. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.